to cast the spotlight on the currently second-ranked BYU men's cross-country team with one of our favorites, their head coach, Ed Eyestone, and one of their rising stars, Joey Nokes. Welcome to the program,
What's up, guys?
Good to be here, guys.
How we doing? Joey, it's good to see you with the shirt on. Typically, you guys just running around with shirts off around Provo, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's us.
It's hot out there, man.
It is.
Yeah, they're working.
I don't blame you.
They're working.
Yeah. Did you used to run with the shirt off, right? When did you call it
I
quits
got
on
to
the shirt
admit,
thing?
yeah, I got to admit. Once you hit 40, the shirt needs to stay on, probably. But
Okay.
Are we done? We can't run with the shirt off? I wouldn't run with the shirt off now.
Now I'm questioning if I can take my shirt off on the cruise next April.
When we're swimming.
Yeah.
Are we the shirt on guy?
activity-appropriate activities, okay? Swimming we can get away with, right?
Okay.
Hopefully.
Hey, settle down, Patrick Swayze, okay? Because you had your moments, that's for sure, with that hair.
Oh, for sure.
Joey, speaking of your coach, what's it like to work with a man who is so experienced and has traversed so many miles and has done so many great things, but to have him as a resource?
It's really awesome, honestly. Like, he's a man. We go up to Ed with like all our problems, questions, concerns, but he helps us be kind of self-sustained too, which is really nice. It's like I don't have to ask him every day what I'm doing because like we already know what we're doing, and like the captains have kind of like we kind of run like the discipline and like some things so that he doesn't have to. So it's great. We love it.
Has he taken your look from the 80s?
We're working on
When you
it.
pulled the Triple Crown and went to the Olympics?
Actually, that is pretty close. And what, imitation is sincere flattery or something like that. But
Yes.
no, well, I appreciate him saying that in regards to the independence they have, because I do believe in teaching correct principles and letting them govern themselves to some extent.
Joseph Smith.
Yeah, there we go. You know, certainly there is some maintenance in terms of mileage and on our hard days and whatnot, but you know, what they do is difficult enough that without having to have a tyrant cracking the whip over them. And if anything, I think I probably end up holding them back as much as anything in terms of what we do to get from point A to point B and to be in a good position to race well at the end of the season.
It's not atypical for BYU track and field and cross country to be a top 3 team. This is kind of par for the course, if you will, Coach. But you're number 2. You're staring at number 1 Oklahoma State. You're in the same conference. So how has that rivalry evolved now that you're competitors in the Big 12?
Well, very much so. I mean, obviously, we're ranked number 2. Oklahoma State's ranked number 1. We know that the Big 12 meet will be like a national championship, essentially.
Feels like it.
Yeah, in terms of the caliber. Plus, this year it's going to be down in Waco, Texas, which is going to be warm. I like our chances at the Nationals maybe as well as at the conference meet because we'll have more people, more teams, and then we'll have 31 teams to help put some people in between their top 5. I've got a great pack, a great top 5 right now, and our 6 and 7 is going to be really strong as well. So I like our depth. If they could have any little bit of a hiccup, and we're hoping for snow because they do have some, I feel like we will run better in the snowy conditions, and they have some, they've done a really good job of recruiting the world, and they have some very good athletes that hopefully the cold, snowy conditions might affect them a little more adversely than us guys who grew up in the snow.
And Joey wants the snow. I can see it.
He wants the smoke and he wants the snow. I like it.
Snow would be great.
Late November in Wisconsin. This is cross country. You run through the mud and the rain and the snow and that kind of thing. Joey, talk about the team this year because you guys win the Nutty Comb on the course where you're going to run for the NCAA championships. Now you're headed to the Dellinger. You're inviting Eugene. I wish you guys could stay around for Oregon, Ohio State. That'd be fun, but I think you got to get back, right? The team's performing pretty well so far. What are you saying?
Yeah, we've been doing really well. I feel like the courses so far haven't really been an indicator too much for like nationals weather-wise, but I feel like we've been really packed up in races, and like that's what we do best at is like feeding off each other when we're in races, like seeing each other and like working together. And so that's been the case so far, and I think like going forward that's going to be how it is.
Ed Eyestone and Joey Nokes of BYU Men's Cross Country are on BYU Sports Nation. Joey, in your bio it says at one point in your life you ate 30 slices of pizza in one setting. Okay?
What's the story?
Yeah, we need the story, but will you eat 30 slices of pizza if BYU's men's team wins another national championship? Will you do that in celebratory fashion?
Yeah, that's a good challenge. Maybe I'll do that actually. But I can only do that after like a really hard effort run. So like it was in high school and I had ran like at a meet, just ran the 2 mile. It was like really rainy, hadn't eaten like the whole day. We all went to like this like all you can eat pizza place, and like obviously they're not big slices, it's just like little ones of the dessert pizza. But yeah, 30 slices down the hatch.
Let's go, Coach. Will you join him in that effort?
Hey,
If they win a natty.
If they win a natties, I will eat 60 slices.
Love that. This is going to be a busy weekend for you. You're coaching and you're broadcasting? Chicago Marathon? What's going on?
Right, yeah. We've got the meet at Dillinger. We're leaving for it today. That's why we're wearing these nice Royal shirts. And then the race is on Friday. And then Friday, I think after the race and before I catch my flight, a direct flight out of Eugene, which there's not a lot of flights out of Eugene, to Chicago. I think I've got about an hour and a half after the conclusion of the race. And then, I've been doing the TV in Chicago for about the last 20 years. So this will be a fun one. I've got some people that I'm coaching there on the pro side of things that we hope have a good outing. So, but I can be completely unbiased even when I have people in the race. Obviously, Mance and Clayton Young ran that race last year.
Yeah.
And that was their first step in the 3 steps of getting to the Olympics is when they ran really fast Olympic qualifying times there.
No bias needed. We're actually going to have probably 2 moms who have sons on teams broadcasting this year. Amy Gant potentially could call a game of Ethan Gant men's volleyball.
Okay,
we'll see.
okay, good.
And then Kristen Kozlowski is going to be in the studio. Her son Brody is on the men's.
Wow, that's
basketball team.
phenomenal.
Ain't no thing, dude.
We like to
good.
we like to run our mouths apparently. So.
It's a thing, right? Hey, no shame. Speaking of Connor Mance and Clayton Young, and I know we've had an opportunity to talk to you since the Olympics, but just as you look back on everything that transpired over the summer with BYU Track and Field, how would you sum that up for the special summer that was?
One word, probably magical. Magical. I mean, things just came together. But it's so hard even to make the Olympic team, and then to have 7 of our BYU Track and Field alums actually punch their ticket on that day with all that pressure involved, and then a couple of them having extenuating circumstances where it wasn't enough to punch it once. A la James Corrigan had to fly across the country last second meet that we put together and to punch it again, and then go from that to actually Paris. And the performances that we saw there were so inspiring, goosebump propelling sort of performances with Mance, Young, and obviously Kenneth Rooks probably tops it, bringing home the silver medal. Amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed. Did you guys enjoy it?
Are you kidding
it's
me?
amazing.
Are you kidding me? That was incredible.
Were you screaming at the TV?
Absolutely.
I was taking a shower
Go,
during Kenneth Rooks' race. I thought that my neighbor was going to come over and think that something was wrong. Yeah. It was crazy. So awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Best of luck in Eugene at the Dillinger Invite, and have a good flight after that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. They're all Olympians, but they haven't eaten 30 slices. You got that on all.
That's right, baby.
Hey, great to have you in studio.
Thanks, guys.